Welcome back, everyone. To continue our next session, I would like to call Mr. Rahul Chaudhary. Yeah. Mr. Rahul Chaudhary, Assistant Professor, Department of Hospitality and Tourism, Sister Nivedita University, Techno India Group, Kolkata, West Bengal, India. Mr. Rahul Chaudhary is an alumnus from IHM. He holds an MBA degree in tourism management from a prestigious university. He was also the topper of the college and he was conferred the Best Student of the Academic Year award from NCHMCT, Government of India, for securing the first position all over India and was placed in the first division. His operational experiences range from working with leading hotel chains, the Taj, Fairmont, and many more luxury liners. Mr. Chaudhary is a dynamic, young, enthusiastic, quality driven professional with over 10 years of demonstrated success with pre opening of hotel management colleges, top notch luxury cruises ships of USA, Europe, and Asia. Also, pre opening of luxury hotels experience with some leading five-star deluxe luxury hotels, resorts, and palaces of Taj Group. The Park and Fairmont hotels and resorts in India and abroad in UAE, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi in various positions around the world. His academic experiences, including working as the HOD, Food and Beverages Department, and at a School of Hospitality and Culinary Art, the Neotia University. Presently, he is heading Food and Beverage Department as the HOD at Sister Nivedita University, Techno India Group. And I would also like to call Mr. Vikas Timbare, the Managing Partner, Detour India, to continue this session ahead.
Thank you, Abbas.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome, Rahul, and I would like you to take over the session.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, take over the session, and you can share the screen, and
Yes,
we are
definitely.
there to listen and learn from you today. Thank you
Thank
for
you so
joining
much,
us
sir.
today.
First of all, thank you, Mr. Vikas, for giving or allowing this opportunity. I think I'm audible.
You are audible, little bit low voice, so you can put
Is
it.
it fine?
Yeah, that's
That's good. Okay, okay. It's fine, right, sir?
Yes, sir, it's fine.
Okay, okay. I'll go ahead. So we have, I think, around 80 number participants. So, anyways, the topic for today is I already sir had given the introduction, so I don't want to waste any further time. So it's a wonderful moment for me also to be present here in front of so many participants, and it's one of the greatest event. It's a second event that they have started off with. So special congratulations to Mr. Vikas and the entire team for this wonderful initiative. Anyways, to directly jump onto the topic for today is hospitality and the tourism, and with the link of tourism with technology. you know we need to try, we need to understand that technology is something that we cannot take out from our life. It is mandatory nowadays. Doesn't matter if it is COVID is there or pandemic is going on. I am in my workplace now. I am sitting down in front of me. I have the mask even in front of me. So it's all within you. Without technology, it's impossible to lead a single day. We are used to technology. We cannot stay. We know that technology has got some harmful effects, apart from the fact that it's helping us each and every moment. But still, we are into this world of technology. We are traveling, we are eating, we need to order food, we need to go to various places, we need a mode of transportation. We are calling down Uber, we are calling, we are being connected to various apps to order our food. So let me show you some presentation. I've got a nice presentation with a lot of 3D visuals, as well as in between the presentation, I have also incorporated some minor questions like very easy questions, like for example, some name of different apps and all, just to be so that we are all engaged under the same platform. So directly, let me share the screen once. I hope the presentation is visible.
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So this is where the topic comes in, tourism and technology. It's an eternal journey, as you can see. This is what about the entire landscape for tourism. This is what we are going to, I'll not say it's a study. It's like what are the things that we will try to cover up because we have limited time in our hand. So this is basically with the roles of technology, understanding the different travel and tourism industry, technology, different technology trends. Nowadays, it's throughout the world. You can see there are different trends every single day. You wake up in the morning, you come to know there is one new app. You wake up in the morning, you will see that Apple has launched this. You wake up in the morning, the next day in the newspaper, it is visible that somebody has developed a phone with maybe 1000 GB maybe very soon. It's nothing is impossible nowadays. Further, we'll try to continue with the importance of technology in our daily lifestyle as well as in the travel and tourism industry, some of the positive effects of technology, as well as the limitation. We'll try to conclude the session with some limitations, as well as, of course, it's not always negativity. We'll, of course, we'll be having some sort of opportunities related to this industry, which is like travel and tourism, as well as both in the travel and tourism as well as in the technology field. So the next, you can see the robots are jumping in already. So we need to understand one thing, that we already have a new customer. Okay, the world is no more, we are not into the world that, that was running via just mail. Mail means just normal writing. We're writing down letters, sending the letters. Nowadays, it's all super technology based. You write a mail, within a second, the mail is delivered from one corner of the world to another part. So we have a different set of customer. Okay, so it's a different ball game all over. So there is another question that has come up. See, you can see there is a small trivia. If anybody can answer this, why do we travel? Is there anybody who can answer this question? Why do we travel? Is it necessary for me to travel, or for everyone, all of us present in this platform, to travel? Can we survive without traveling? Can we earn money without traveling? Can we study? Is it education? Is education possible without traveling? I don't think so. It's not possible at all. You need to travel. Might be, the locations might be different. It varies from one person to another. It can happen that you are using some different modes of transportation or different mode of communication to talk to somebody else via this traveling time. But you need to travel. One thing you need to keep in mind, you need to travel, or all of us, we need to travel every single moment. We cannot have our education sitting at home. Yes, pandemic is going on. Schools, universities, everything is closed. I'm currently associated with a reputed university brand in Eastern India. Universities are not open for the students because of the, people are scared to open. Whenever they're opening, things are not, streamlined properly. The platforms are not well equipped enough. So a lot of challenges we have. But still, can we avoid, or can we stop students traveling or people traveling? We need to travel. If we are traveling, we need that technology. We need to have that well equipped technology. There are different sectors in hospitality. Technology is not limited to one particular sector. We have so many sectors in hotel industry or hospitality industry. We have airline ticketing, we have railway booking, you have car rental facilities, different sightseeing options, you have reservation system. We need to make reservation. Earlier days, what used to happen? You need to go to a particular, maybe a travel agent, you need to visit to his place. He will be giving you a nice piece of paper, and then he'll be jotting down all your queries. He will be answering your queries. He will be checking internet, or maybe some sort of globe is present in front of him and he is revolving the globe. All those things are gone. It doesn't exist anymore in our daily lifestyle. It's very easy. It's very handy. You have a phone in front of your hand. You switch on the phone. Okay, that's it. You open Google, the best thing that you have in our life nowadays. Open Google, you have each and every access. Even I have seen recently, you won't believe, recently for some important reason, I had been to a doctor. He had suggested me some medicine for one of my relatives. and we could not found that medicine throughout the city. The medicine, the prescription he gave in the medicine, it was not available. So I went to different shops. They are not consulting with anybody. They are opening up Google. They in front of the computer. They are switch. They are just pressing, the name of the medicine, and they are trying to match the composition via using computer and internet. I mean, isn't it strange? So, I mean, maybe very soon the days are coming in that you don't need doctors to operate. Maybe the robots will be operating us. You never know, because things are going in onto a crazy side, onto a crazy sector. So there are a lot of fields where technology has really, evolved, and it has grown in a vast way. Even for the railway booking, earlier we used to stand in a long queue, standing in the railway counters and all, getting, waiting for the tickets and all, paying money from the pocket. They are not accepting any debit cards nowadays. Those days are gone. No more we are into the world of that standing into the queue. It's everything is in your hand. You switch on the mobile phone, you go to directly to the different there are websites available. So you switch on the link, or maybe you switch on the app, and things are ready. You are with all the technologies in your hand. This is a small overview. Like, you can see a robot is like, they are serving in the restaurant. Things have become streamlined in such a way. It's just to keep you informed. It is available in India. Even in Gujarat, they have started off with a technology, or there is a robotic technology has come in recently. They are using, small trains on top of the tables. So you don't need a single waiter or server or an F&B associate to serve you the food. You see, you don't need that labor. You just need to, work on that robot. It's all with the digital world. We are into this digital destination, and you switch on the button. The gravy is in front of you. You press one button, the train is carrying all the different gravies, different dishes, different foods. Whoever needs that food, you press one button, the train will stop in front of you. So this is how it's coming up. Slowly it is in my city. It's not yet, it has started, but I was hearing very soon they are coming up with one of the luxurious hotel in Calcutta even. Another thing is casino industry. We never thought casino exists long before that. Since long time back. But casino, we always know that we need to, visually or physically, we need to visit the destination, or we need to go to the casino. And nowadays, it's not that. Again, it's via app. You have your mobile phones. You have your tablets. You have iPhones. So you just switch on the phone and go to the tab, and switch on the link, and you can access the online casino games. You can earn money. Of course it's a gambling, but it is going on. It's not that it's basically it's a gambling, of course. But so a lot of countries, they normally they have banned. I was with cruise line industry, so normally we used to travel to Bahamas. They have got a 5-star luxurious hotel. It's called as I exactly yes, it is with the Atlantis Hotel. They have, it's a luxurious 5-star deluxe hotel. They have got a huge casino out there. So whenever the ship used to dock, all of our friends used to go together there. And normally I was just standing at the back and I used to see, because it's like an attraction and it's like a habit. If you are into that habit, you might lose money and you might earn money. So I kept myself happy looking at those friends. So one of the trivia you can see on the corner of the screen on your left hand side, you can see it's coming up. Can anybody say what are the most 5 downloaded travel booking apps? If you want, you can unmute and you can answer, or maybe some online travel agencies or travel booking apps. If anybody can say. There are plenty travel booking apps. How can you book your travel? I mean, destinations.
Guys, raise hand and you can come on the stage. Mohammed Javed, yes. Can we have him on the stage?
Go ahead. Not an issue. If you want to participate, please participate, because if you are wrong, we are not into an examination schedule. Interaction is a main priority. So if you want to answer, please go ahead. There are a lot of, you guys, I'm sure you are adult enough that you are traveling your own tickets nowadays, maybe. So
Pushkar, can we have them on the stage? Yes.
5 downloaded travel booking apps or OTA, online travel agencies? Any names, anything can be one, two, or maybe you want me to give the answer. So maybe they're feeling shy. So anyways, I'll give the answer on your behalf. It's there. We have TripAdvisor.
Rahul, just a minute. Rahul,
Okay, somebody's coming
yeah,
in. Yes, yes.
they are coming on the
Okay,
stage
okay,
and then
okay.
they will
Absolutely.
talk. Let's be
Okay.
an interactive session. Yeah.
Definitely, Mr. Vikas.
Sir, make my trip. Go.
Correct. Absolutely. Yes. Anything else?
Ixigo.
Okay. And
Air Airbnb.com.
okay.
Sir, Goa Bibo.
Absolutely. Yes. Very good. Excellent. And
Sir, Easy My Trip.
yes. Can anybody name? There is one more which is a bit Indian name, a bit Hindi in nature. Who can say that? It's related. I can give you one hint. It's related to your traveling.
Yeah.
What's
Very
that?
famous.
Very famous. Like normally you say, okay, I mean, the place where you are traveling, just transfer that into Hindi. What's that called as? That is the name of that thing.
Make my trip.
Nahi, not an English one, Hindi version.
So Yatra,
Absolutely correct. Who is this? What is your name?
Abhash.
Welcome. Yes, very good, very good, excellent. Yes, these are some of the very, I mean, very famous and some of the 5 most downloaded travel booking apps. So you can see casino, you can see the thing is going on your right hand side. It's a small GIF that I have placed. So online, you have all the activities present. No need to go to casinos. Sitting at home, you can, do all these activities, but better not to get, addicted to this, because if you lose money, so you lose, it's gone. So better not to get addicted to it. I'll never support this. But yes, it's of course, I mean, if you're traveling somewhere, you're visiting different destination and places to get an experience for a particular moment, it is okay. You can go ahead for that. The next slide. This is exclusively for the hotel industry, like travel and tourism. It's part of the hotel industry. Nowadays, you can see a lot of things have come in. It's like guest express kiosks. This is basically, you don't need to, sit standing in front of the hotel queue or inside the reception counter, standing there waiting for the receptionist to talk to you. You have your card, you have the machine in front of you, you stand in front of the machine, everything will be done virtually. They have the facial recognition software, voice recognition software, so many different types of software. If somebody is handicapped, a lot of times it has been observed, I had worked in the hotels with different luxurious hotel brands. We have seen this, that people who are a bit they're, if they're handicapped, it's very difficult for them because they need to make some space. So you have this technique on the left hand side of the screen. You can see the gentleman, if he's sitting down, the thing is the keyboard is present in front of him and automatically he can check in. It is saving the money of whom? It is saving the money of the company, because they don't need to keep employees. In one way, it is good on behalf of the company. In the other way, it is not that good on behalf of an employee, because one position is lost, one designation is lost, and one employment is lost in this way. So everything has an advantage, everything has a disadvantage. So this is how life, we need to go ahead with the system. There are two ways. Either you go ahead, or either we stop at a particular point. If you stop, the world will go ahead. So there is no other choice. You can see below, there is a nice picture of, there is a traditional method and there is a latest method of how of somebody is taking an order. Earlier days, somebody is carrying a pen and a paper and visiting each and every tables, talking to the guests, asking them about the preference and all. So in one way, at that time, it was a bit difficult, because you need to keep a track of that paper, you need to tear out that paper, you need to keep that paper for future reference, you need a lot of space. Nowadays, you see, in the latest method, they're using a tablet phone, they're using mobile phone, they're using sophisticated technologies. Everything is via computer systems. They are pressing down, the menu is in front of their eyes. Whatever you're ordering, it's digitally in front of you, and it is directly, the order has been access to the kitchen, and the chef can visualize, and the chef can easily see the menu, and automatically they can start preparing the order. And another thing, nowadays it's not even when the chef is preparing the order, he or she is not getting that paper. The order is being transmitted via, it's via digitally, and it is displayed in front of his screen. Once it is ready, he has got a button and he's pressing the button, which is in your next slide. On your left hand side, you can see waiter call paging system. He's pressing the button, which means physically he don't need to shout. Normally what happens inside a kitchen is, once the food is ready, the kitchen, the staff or the chef shouts. I mean, he says that, okay, table number 1, please pick up. The waiter comes in and he picks up the food. Here there is no big deal. The button is there. The waiter paging system, he or she has got a pager. The button you need to press in and things are there. So he jumps into the kitchen and he picks up the food and deliver it to the guest on time. This is how we are technologically moving ahead. Those days are absolutely gone. Another thing you can see, it's a guest digital assistant. It's almost similar thing. Instead, it's for the guest. Guest has got a digital access, each and everything that comes in. So, I mean, it's with the guest. They are digitally, they can access everything inside their room. They have phones. Everything is connected via internet. Yes, one thing, you need to have a major internet connection. That is the most important aspect in this technological field. Travel and tourism without technology, without internet, is nothing. Even the booking on your left hand side of the screen, you can see easy booking. Easily you can book via different apps, which I have already discussed in the previous slide. Another trivia has come in. You can see things you need while traveling abroad. It can be abroad, it can be within India also. But what are the things do you actually need when you are traveling? Can anybody answer this question? What do you need while traveling?
Yeah, things you mean the physical things, right?
Absolutely right, sir.
Okay,
Basic necessities.
yeah, necessary basic things. When you not like a hanky and all, but
No, no, no,
yes,
no.
and
Hello?
wallet. So,
Absolutely, sir. Correct, correct.
Hello?
Hanky,
Yes,
wallet, and mobile is common. So apart from
absolutely. Apart from that, basic things, without that you cannot survive, or maybe it's mandatory. I think somebody was saying something.
So may I?
Absolutely. Please go ahead.
Sir, it's valid iCard
Yes, one. Next.
and your tickets.
Yes, absolutely. Without that, you cannot. And very
If you are
good.
traveling internationally, you should carry your passport.
The most important thing and most mandatory. Very good. And anything else?
Your cards, ATM card, debit card, or something like that.
Credit card. Yes, absolutely. Is there anything else? There are plenty. Anything else? Something very essential? Something very essential. I can give you some hint again.
Phone charger, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Anything else? Something related to your health? Who can answer this?
Medicines.
Absolutely correct. Yes.
So we even need the documents.
Yeah, exactly. You need documents. Even the most important thing is the purpose that for what you are traveling. If you are a student, what do you need? If as a student, if you are traveling, what do you need?
Student's iCard.
Yes. Anything else?
Our laptops.
Not that mandatory, because you might get that once you travel, or maybe you join the
Sir, your
destination.
documents, whether you are going for interview, you need a resume.
Correct. Related to the place that you are traveling. Yes, absolutely.
Exactly.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you for the participation. Yes, these are some of the basic things that you need. This is what I was talking about. Another thing you can see, it is Track Smart Travel, this table location system. What is this? Basically, it's like a gadget that is actually attached to your table. So automatically from that you can it's like you can place the order. So you don't need to shout or call. A lot of people earlier days we used to see that they used to say, "Hello, please come in. I need to give my check." They used to shout all this fashion. Those days are slowly getting over, because people get disturbed. A lot of people, they don't know the behavior. They don't know how to speak. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to behave in a public forum. So for those reasons, maybe these things are actually coming up. These are personal ordering systems. Slowly things are, getting very much streamlined nowadays. This is another, picture for this easy call for restaurant. You can see there is a, button with there is a machine which is attached to the waitress, and there is one with the guest. The guest has got a button. You can see on your screen here. This is the one. They can press the button. As soon as the button is being pressed, it's like a aeroplane. When you're traveling via flight, you have got that button, but that is not personalized. That is, you're pressing the button, the flight steward or the air hostess, they're listening to that sound and they're jumping into you. Here, this is personally, they are able to know that, okay, this from this table number, this has come in. Okay, so they will be visiting you. You can see another, improvement in technology, which is meat and fish fat meter. How much fat the product has got. You have got a well-equipped machinery in front of you. They just need to press it and stick to that thing. Automatically, this will be coming up like thermometer. Normally, the one we measure temperature for our body. It's very similar to that. Okay, another trivia. We have a very nice video coming up. So one more trivia from my end, which is 5 food delivery apps. This is very common, guys. I'm sure you guys can answer this question.
Zomato.
Zomato,
Number
Swiggy,
1.
Swiggy.
Okay, very good. Number
Earlier,
3.
Uber Eats.
Uber
Yes, another. I need one more at least.
Food Panda.
Oh, excellent. Another one. One more. These are very famous in India also. Absolutely, you're right. What else? In India, these 4 are the most,
The Domino's.
Domino's, yes. Anything else? Just Eat. There is one more. Yes, there are many foreign apps as well. So, but the one you guys said, it's the most, these are the most famous ones nowadays. Swiggy is Swiggy and Zomato. I'm not advertising for anyone, but Swiggy and Zomato is like, it's linked with our daily lifestyle. Even at the, like 8 o'clock, you don't need to go outside. Please call Zomato. So we are, it's like they have given job, employment has come into, to different categories of people. Yes, of course there are challenges, but still at least you got some sort of employment opportunities, and it's a pretty decent one. It's not a bad one. So I've got a nice video signal, which means that I've got a nice video to show everybody. So let me share the screen, and I'll be stopping the screen here. Okay, my first video would be, this is even one of my favorite, which is the upcoming future generation for hotels, what it is actually going to happen. And believe me, it will happen for sure. There is no doubt in this. Okay, is the presentation visible? I mean, is the video visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is what the video is all about. Ignore if there is no sound, not an issue. Just look at the video once. I'll do the commentary part, do not worry. This is an automatic restaurant. You can see there is no, they're just taking the order. Nothing else is being happened. It's just the way they are transferring the orders. It is everything is, via technology, nothing else. So just imagine what we are up to, and how the world is going to be, revolutionized with this kind of technological aspects. I mean, with just one click of the mouse, everything will be transmitted. See, automatic, the food is being, will be transferred to your table. The kitchens, they're supplying the food. It's all robotic technologies. The food is in front of you. You see, even the clearing part, Earlier days, you need a person to carry those heavy trays. Here, there is no chance of any trays. The waitress is just clearing the table off. That's it. I will just forward the video a bit because there is nothing much to see in this particular thing. This is basically that the world is going to coming up. They're going to come up with this kind of things very soon. This is just a idea that they have started off. Hold on, just give me one moment. Let me go to the actual one. Okay, this is how the entire thing is actually being streamlined. Have a look. You see, the things are going on to different directions. It's not a particular destination that the plates or something is going in. No, because if altogether everything has been going to a particular place, the place will get jammed and there will be rush. So the things are, the software or the technology is, will be developed, or they are going to develop the things in such a way that everything will be going at one particular randomly. They will be selecting the destinations from which part of the place, from which corner of the place that these things are going to jump in, or or the things will be delivered. This is how it is happening. You see, they have placed the food and the food is right in front of you. This is how the dish is going to come in. There is no human participation. One thing, it is good. Okay, I got something in front of me. It's like very super fast service. But is there any disadvantage? What do you think? Is there any disadvantage, or is there any negative effect of this kind of technology if this is going to jump in to our world?
Unemployment will happen.
Sorry?
Unemployment.
One, is there any other point? What is the most important thing in hospitality? Tourism and hospitality, what is the most
But it's
important
customer
thing?
satisfaction.
How? In what way?
In
Sir,
service.
Please repeat.
In service, sir.
Yes, but a customer is unsatisfied in what sense? How they are unsatisfied? Why they are unsatisfied? I mean, why will they be unsatisfied? They are giving everything, getting everything on time. They are paying money. They are getting luxury service. They are getting super high class technology. So what's the problem? Who can answer this question?
Behavior.
Whose behavior?
Waiter.
Yes, in one way you're right. Yes, it means that there is lack of personal touch. The way we are talking, suppose this presentation, if I would have, just without interaction, I would have just, keep just, with the, while looking at the video, or just presenting the presentation in front of you without talking to you properly, without a nice smile on my face. How do you feel? You will feel like a robotic world. So we need to avoid that. So there is no human touch. If you are facing any problem, you can speak. Here you cannot. But I said already in advance that, the things are going to revolutionize. The things are going to change. The world has taken these things now. So everything is digital and everything is technology based nowadays, and things will be more technological in near future. So this is what the entire video is all about. Even the most interesting thing about the clearance part, you see, you don't need to worry about clearing the thing. You see, she's clearing the thing. She's dumping everything. Normally what you will see, normally somebody will come. It's called a bus boy. They come in, they carry a tray and they used to go. But here there is no chance of getting that human touch. Here everything is with the help of machine. You are dumping all the discards. You are placing it at the center of the table. You are switching it off and you are shutting down the cage and the things goes directly to the dishwashing area. It's so easy. Isn't this, I mean, what do you think? Isn't it a very beautiful video to see? See, the table is set and it is ready for the next guest. You don't need to tell anyone, okay, sir, please wait. You need to wait for a while. The table is still dirty. I have less staff. So this kind of things is you don't have with you anymore. You cannot give an excuse that that I don't have much people in my hand.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
There is a concept of co-creation or participation in the service marketing. Co-creation and participation. That is
Yeah.
that is missing here. You cannot co-create with the supplier. You cannot participate.
Absolutely.
We have Suki restaurant where you have to prepare your own food.
Correct.
That is participation.
Correct. There is absolutely, you're right. There is lack of participation. There is lack of human touch. But the only thing probably I felt like while looking at the video that there is only a chance of excuse that the hoteliers can give, that I mean they cannot give any excuse that I don't have staff with me. Because earlier we have seen that if there is a lot of complaints, we normally give an excuse that I don't have much staff with me, so it's taking some time, it's a bit delay. Other than that, there is lack of human touch, where hospitality is the most important thing, is human touch. Without that, probably it's not a good deal. So we'll jump into the presentation once again, the place where we left. Give me one moment. I hope the presentation is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Almost very similar things. These are the concept of smart kitchen as well as electronic recipes, where I've already discussed these things. So this is basically again the smart technology where you're getting order via technology and things are being displayed in front of you. One thing which is good, I felt like is you're not gathering up too much papers, because when you're transferring the orders via papers, we normally call it as KOT system. It is basically called as kitchen order ticket. So there is a huge bunch of ticket normally that you can see on your right hand side of this screen. There is a chef you can see is holding the KOTs. These are physical papers. On the opposite side, you can see the counter is absolutely spit and span, absolutely nice, neat and clean, clear. There is only you can see a nice display of television and the orders are being placed there. So the advantage is this, that you are not you're not losing any paper. But yes, there is another disadvantage, which is with every advantage equally there is one disadvantage. So definitely there will be challenges, which is you need a proper internet connection, of course. And once electricity or internet is gone, so the visual thing is not in front of you, it is vanished. Moving on to the next slides, these are some of the intelligent technologies. Normally I say, you can see intelligent tabs have come in. These are normally, it's there since a long time. These are things which have already been incorporated to various hotels. Digital menu boards, you don't have to take the menus in front of your hand and looking at the menu cards. Companies are saving money. They don't need to, menu, if you're giving a menu to one guest, might be there is a chance wine will fall onto that menu, the entire menu will get damaged. So digitally they have placed, you just stand in front of the board and you can visualize, you decide. Normally when you go to Domino's as well as various cafes and all, nowadays it's all digitalized. There is very rarely you can see they're offering you menus. They will see, sir, menu is there in front of your eyes, or maybe it is just behind me. You can have a look and you can order to me directly looking at the screen. So this is how it is happening. Even the payment thing is in front of your, with the help of there are a lot of apps which are there. So can anybody say what are the different apps that normally we use for payment purpose? Whichever mode it can be.
Phone Pay, Google Pay,
Google
Okay.
Pay,
PayPal,
Amazon Pay,
Yes.
PayPal,
MobiKwik.
Something little bit, it looks like little bit blue in color. The app looks a little
Paytm,
Absolutely
MobiKwik,
correct.
Paytm.
Yes, so many. See, you guys are answering almost 5 apps. So you need to choose. So, I mean, there are a lot of options nowadays. So it's very easy. Even nowadays, even if you are familiar with the regular phone banking, internet banking and phone banking, if you switch on the phone banking option, they have got an option of, paying directly with the help of bank account. So the banks also have started all this thing. Apart from Paytm and all these things, bank also in the software, they have incorporated all these things and everything has been digitalized. You can see a robot is delivering, things or food in your room on your left hand side. So whatever you need, suppose you need a blanket, you need a linen, you need a small tray. So you see the robot is coming in front of your door, and you are coming out of your door and you are getting the thing. It's showing, see, please remove the item. So they are giving you the command, and you just need to press the button. You press the button, things is there, is or are there in front of your hand. Some of the fine technologies on board. I was with the cruise ship industry for a pretty long number of times. So there I was amazed to see. Unfortunately, I could not. I did not get the exposure of joining with the latest cruise of Royal Caribbean. It's probably some anthem of the sea. So I think probably it's the biggest cruise line in the whole world. The first time when I visited cruise, it's like, of course, I went for a job. I was, absolutely shocked and mesmerized. It's like a dream come true experience. Something I have, it's like the entire city. I don't have such things in my own city, which I have seen inside the cruise ship. So it's like everything is technology based. People has got, they're waiting in the rooms. They are being notified about the vacancy inside the restaurant. The guests are said, sir, please, you can stay in your cabin, because normally on a cruise ship, it's like, we do not call it as a room, we call it as a cabin. Sir, please stay in your room. They normally used to give them a gadget like this. They used to call it as a vibrating system. It's basically a kind of vibrator and has got a red visual display. So once you have a vacancy inside the, a table gets empty, automatically that is being notified in your vibrator. So it comes in, table number 1 is empty for you. Please come into the restaurant. And you from your cabin, maybe it's at the 18th floor on the cruise ship. So you go to the 5th floor or 6th floor. We normally call it as a deck. Chef robot, chef is preparing everything. You can see here, different kinds of wearables, different kinds of gadgets. Coffee making, you don't need to make coffee anymore. It's all, it's being, technology is everywhere. Technology is making our food. Recently, I had seen a video where these robots are preparing your omelette. I have got a video. If I get time, definitely I'll show you. Some of the most promising technologies. Again, before that, we'll jump onto the trivia part. Can anybody say what are the different or what are the various sources of hotel reservation? How do you get reservation in a hotel?
So by using apps,
Voyor,
there Oyo app,
Goibibo,
My Trip, GoIbibo.
No, the question is, what are the various sources of hotel reservation? Suppose you are thinking of going to Taj tomorrow. Okay, so how the hotel has got this source? Maybe you are a walk-in guest. You thought of tomorrow, okay, let me go to Taj, I'll stay there for 5-6 days. This is one way. But normally, what are the different sources that you can have?
So we can book a hotel by an online or offline
Okay,
service.
correct. And is there anything else? What are the different sources?
So by consulting travel agent.
Okay, anything else?
Agencies.
Okay, anything else? Different sources? Is there any other source?
Government states website.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, very good. So these are some of the sources of reservation that we can have. And apart from that, you can see some of the most promising hotel technologies. IoT means Internet of Things. This is basically everything is connected to internet, starting from, electricity, starting from regulating or maybe using any kind of intercom facilities, switching on the lights, or maybe, you are switching on a television, you are, switching on a refrigerator, switching on a microwave oven, everything has been digitalized. There is one company, if you are aware of it, that is called as, that is a Chinese, apart from the fact that, we have a lot of problems with China nowadays, but they are the ones who are actually, Japan and China, they are the ones who are actually getting the things streamlined. So they are the ones who are, getting all the various facilities to us. This is another facial recognition system. So you just stand in front of the system and things are already in front of you. And virtual reality tours, before you go to visit somewhere, you have got a nice wearable in front of you. Instead of this glass, you have got a nice, kind of thing which is attached to your eyes. You can visualize each and every activity, each and every part of that particular destination, property, hotel, location, each and everything. You can see it actually before you visit the place. Some mobile devices as room keys, so you don't need to worry about the keys. The keys might get lost, the keys might needs to be recharged, so there is no chance. You have the software, you have the app downloaded with your number, just touch with the thing and the door is opened. Different types of chat box, this is another opportunity. It is an employment opportunity, because if you are doing with the help of chat box, which means you need somebody to chat with you. At times you have seen that there are a lot of softwares where robots are actually jumping in, so they are talking in a different way. But there are a lot of human beings are also being getting employed into this kind of activities or field. So the young generation has more difficulty to unplug. Difficulty in the sense, difficulty to unplug with the technology. You cannot. It's not possible. I know it's not, especially when you are sitting at home for the past, maybe since March, the entire lockdown happened, and the pandemic is still continuing, and you are not into any kind of virtual mode. Everything is, education is on virtual mode. So without technology, without kind of apps, without mobile phones, it is absolutely impossible for the elder or the older generations. There is one thing that maximum I can say is, we all need to gather courage and get ahead and go along with the generation, because there is no other choice, or else we are unable to communicate with people. We will lose contact. Very rarely you will see people coming into their house nowadays. Those who are coming, that is a different thing, but visitors have actually it's reduced. Everything, the family members are talking via video call. This is also a kind of tourism, you can say. You are not going to the relative's house, instead you are talking via Zoom calling maybe. These are another some of the most highly developed technologies, different tags, digital conference facilities in front of you. You are meeting the robots. Yes, I remember, it's the hotel of Alibaba Group. They have opened a hotel. They have collaborated with the Marriott Group of hotels. Hotel is basically, it is absolutely there is no front office, there is no reception. You are entering the hotel, you cannot see any reception. I'll try to show you the video. Let me complete this part first. Sorry. There is another, you see the robot is delivering the food in front of you. The guest is clicking a nice picture, because it's like a melting moment for her, because they have seen this for the first time. And it is going to be, very common in India. Very, very soon you will see all these facilities. Mobile apps are there. It's very portable. It's very easy to book. I mean, of course, you need to be well acquainted with the softwares. You need to know the system. But of course, I said everything has a positive side, everything has a negative side. While you are paying a lot of times due to internet connections, if there is no proper internet connection, you will see that your amount has been debited, but the payment did not reach the actual person. It might happen. It happens. It happened with me many times. So these are some of the bad effects also. So these are some of nice pictures I've just corrected. You can see these are the encounter things. I normally call it as robots are serving. This is on a cruise liner. With the Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, you can see the robot is making drink. You have the GPS location on, whichever place you are visiting, whichever location you want to know, whichever restaurant you are looking for. If you're looking for a police station, if you're looking for a medicine supplier, everything is there inside this 6.5-inch box. It is in the entire world you can capture within your hand. So it depends on us how we are going to use it. Everything has positive effect, everything has negative effect. Inside a flight, you don't get bored. These facilities were there since long time, but nowadays with a lot of business class airlines, they have, they have modified and they have polished their technologies further. So this is, you can see a travel agent with the help of mobile phone or with the help of a tablet. They're describing the places. Everybody has got a headphone with them. Earlier we used to shout. There are a lot of outside noise, which normally people gets disturbed. Nowadays, the things are very easy. With the software, everything is linked in and one person is speaking. It has been transmitted to each and every guest you can see in front of your eyes. Technology is a part basically of how we are traveling nowadays. Opportunities, yes, of course it's there. How? So many technological things are coming up. So definitely there are job possibilities. You see, so many opportunities. Product manager, artificial intelligence engineer. Of course, this is not related to tourism, but when we are developing the tourism with the help of technology, you need an expert based on the technological field. I cannot have a hotelier to make a software of maybe a scientific software. So you need a person who is actually have done computer science or maybe an engineering background. So the opportunities are open for them. This is one sector. More options on your right hand side. Onto the sales side, IT manager, web designer, so many things. Entrepreneurs, you can start a company. Even people have started. One of my friend also have started. So many apps people are developing sitting inside their house. Of course, you need to keep in mind that you must have that, you must be from that particular background, and you need to have that sufficient knowledge. Even a career in travel and tourism industry, why not? Of course, if you have the knowledge, you can go ahead with this in this technological field. Maybe you can become a tour operator tomorrow. So the Virtual World Society, recently I had published a paper. On that basis, I had to do a research and I had shared those things. This is the result that I had got. Attitude changed. This is basically with the number, mostly it was among the Indian crowd. I can find everything I need to plan and book my vacations on the internet. This was the question. 82% completely agreed, 6% disagreed, partly was around 12%. So this is the final part, but before that, I'd like to maybe show you one video. So let me share my screen once again. Because I have got so many videos that I am maybe do some later sessions, maybe we get in touch with. Definitely I'll try to show you this kind of videos. This is the concept of restaurant for the future. I hope it is visible. Everything is 3D based. You see a nice burger and some nice French fries in front of you. Before you actually place the order, you can see what you are going to eat. I mean, it's absolutely out of the box concept. It is there. One of my friend is working with Atlantis Palm Hotel Dubai. They have got this facility. He had shared me one of the videos of the hotel. This is not from that hotel. This is the concept video that they have launched. This is absolutely amazing. Some nice dessert in front of you. You can see. It's everything like 3D model of your dishes. the thing that you are going to eat, you can actually visualize and you can feel the taste. I call it as a virtual taste. Okay, I still have some time. Let me get you with one more video, which is this is absolutely amazing. You'll see a robot, the one I was talking about. A robot is making your omelette. This is the one. I hope the video is visible. Press the button omelette. You just press the button, the robot starts its work. See, they have placed some olive oil, maybe, or maybe a little bit of oil. And depending on your choice, they are applying something, maybe cheese, maybe some chunks of cheese. This is a plate that belongs to the guest, which is there in front. This is like next generation. And these things have already started off in foreign countries. There are a lot of hotels in San Francisco, Canada. They have started off with all these concepts. You can see the video. You see the way the robot is using the ladle. We call it as a ladle, with the one that you are using. With the ladle, you are putting down the, egg yolk. And this is the one you are actually using it. At home, normally we use this kind of things. I mean, the one you are using it at basically we use a tawa or maybe a karai. So here it's absolutely a different version. The robot is making your food in front of your eyes. You see, the best part, you will see the way that they will be plating the thing. There is no human touch. See the way that they have folded, huh? Absolutely amazing. Now it's time that you need to, do some testing for a nice, I cannot call it as a Spanish omelette because Spanish omelette is a bit different. So this is something absolutely strange and absolutely, out of the box, out of the world concept. So this is the way I think probably the world is going to change very soon. We'll be able to see all these things. Anyways, we are at the end of our session, and to come to the final part of the session, this is where we discussion and conclusion part. So anyways, there is of course there is no doubt about the fact that technology has a lot of positive effects, but there are negative effects also. Too much of addiction is not good. It is not good for your eyes. It is not good for your health. You won't be able to sleep at the night if you're too much addicted to mobile phones. But you cannot stop people traveling. If you're traveling, you need some sort of development of technologies, because especially under these circumstances when pandemic has started without technology, it's absolutely impossible. So you need technology everywhere. Even if you're not getting medicine in your house, you are calling down maybe a shop, so you need a phone. Without technology, it's not possible. If you don't have a phone, you don't have money, in the cash card, as a cash card, or maybe you don't have balance in your phone account, what can you do? With the help of the internet, you can call. You have the way to call. WhatsApp call is there. Even if you do not have balance in your account, you can use WhatsApp calling. So the net is now the most iconic technology of this age. Technology is changing with time, and now it is our chance. It is up to us whether you want to go ahead or stay at the back. Although you need to keep in mind there are negative effects. A lot of people are losing jobs. Without doubt, human interaction is getting limited. It is getting minimized day to day. But yes, of course, I don't think that with every negative, there is one positive side. If you are making a robot, if a robot is working in a hotel or maybe in a workplace, you need a person to operate that robot also. So you need to hire. So hiring will never stop. So we need to be well equipped with all the latest things that we have. So this is a recommendation from my end. Try to be very active. because the world has been digitalized, the world is changing nowadays. I'm still very young. I try to keep myself updated with each and every field. It's not about how long you are working throughout the day. It is about how well you are equipped with technologies, or you know how well you are managing your time. A person might work 24 hours in his office, but that doesn't mean that the work will be productive. So this is what my recommendation is. Focus on your things, and it's very easy to flourish nowadays, because there are so many technological things that have come in. So you have the things, you have this phone in front of you with which actually you can do some magic. So this is where I'm going to stop my presentation and my speech. And thanks a lot to the entire, to each and every one of you being so active. Participation from the students was absolutely amazing. Really thankful to Mr. Vikas that he has gathered a large number of audience today. Thank you, everyone. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you, Rahul. And it was really
Thanks.
great session. And it's like a kind of some of the things even I was not aware about it. And I really wanted to have this
Thank you,
omelette.
sir. I'm still wishing.
More a hygienic omelette, I should say.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. Perfectly hygienic.
I will definitely, or maybe in future, I think.
Definitely, sir. Yes, it's coming in.
When we grow in future, and maybe after 20 years, we all might have some of the equipments at our home. We never know. Some of us really wanted to try. Some people always started like buying those coffee machines, touch coffee machines.
Absolutely,
Also
sir. Correct. Yes.
robotic things at home. So yes, we will have that, and we will enjoy that technology benefits in our life for sure. So thank you for your nice session. I have few questions, Rahul. And
Yes, sir.
Because
yes, sir.
I would like to ask a question.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, sir. Please go ahead.
Your presentation was really very good.
Thank you, sir.
I
Thanks.
am
So, sorry, actually, the thing got disconnected. Am I audible?
Sir, you are muted. Just unmute yourself, please.
I did. Okay.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
So I was just referring to one case which came to Indonesia, that some of the person checked out and then he was carrying something, stealing something from the room. So do we have any technology which cross-check the room after the checkout?
Son, I don't think, no, because not yet they have started off with a technology which is inside the room, and I am more than 95% sure, especially in this kind of scenario, because they will not put any kind of cameras in the room, which is absolutely not possible, because it will disrupt the privacy for the guest. It is next to impossible. So the maximum thing that can be done is like what maybe like a kind of technology that can come in. Maybe the guest has come in with certain number of things with them while they were entering the hotel, and while leaving the hotel, maybe a checking system, those things are there with them. In case in between their tour or trip, if they have bought something, they need to have that proper documentation. Apart from documentation, if you have anything with you, automatically it means that you have stolen something, or maybe you have you have normally said you have chopped something from somebody else. Because normally what I have seen, in a lobby, you have got a camera in front of a lobby area only. As soon as you're entering the guest room, there is not a single camera. There is no chance at all. Even this Alibaba group, when they had started off with this this concept with Marriott group of hotels, starting this kind of technologies, they had got one issue with guest privacy. Somebody had launched a complaint relating to the same, but they had said that we got a software that is absolutely 100% ethical. We are not doing anything which is unethical. We are not tracking down, or we are not getting any guests' data. whatever, it's just a voice recognition system and visual things that we are going with. So that's what I don't think so, sir. But you never know. Everything can be, it's happening. If we can have an underwater pub or maybe an underwater nightclub or an underwater restaurant, Maldives is flourished with this. Even Dubai is flourished with this. I'm sure Mr. Vikas was there in Dubai also, so he is well aware of this. Even I think in India also they have started off in Gujarat. I think so. In Gujarat they have started off with a hotel which is underwater. It's not a hotel, it's a restaurant most probably.
Yeah, so we wait for that, sir.
Definitely, sir.
And we
Let's see.
wait for that time to come and enjoy it. So I have a few questions I would like you to answer. That Vinay Mahadevan is asking, India being a labor intensive market as a country and not a capital intensive country, is it a good idea to use technology in tourism as we will lose the job? Or you have mentioned something, but if you can elaborate.
It's a very, very good question, sir. But I mean, see, it's a competition market. Tomorrow, maybe, I'm with this phone. Okay, maybe it is 8 GB RAM and 8 GB RAM and 128 GB. Tomorrow, another company will come up. So you cannot stop. It's not a very good idea. I'll not say it's not a very good idea to start off with this all so many technologies so that people will lose jobs, as I have said already. But we are unable to do anything here. This is a kind of thing. See, I'll take a company's name. When Jio started off, everybody starting buying the things, right? Everybody started getting the connection of Jio. Later on, after a few years, when they had captured the entire market, Jio is not for free now. Even if you want a phone call via this kind of gadget, you need to pay. So it's all human habit. If you are habituated with that, it will go ahead. You cannot stop that. Even I myself, I am unable to disconnect the things. It's not possible. I have got my own vehicle. Steam, still as a matter of fact, I'm unable to, remove the app of maybe, Uber or Swiggy, whatever it is, because we are used to this kind of lifestyle. We cannot change this anymore. It is going ahead. As I said already, either you stick or either you leave. So everything is in your hand.
Okay. Thank you. I think it's good advice for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rahul, there is a question. Rohan from BHU, Banaras Hindu University, has a question that, as we know in India, everyone is not aware of digital advancement. So don't you think promoting digital tourism has a negative result, as it may create social inequality amongst tourists? What do you think on this?
See, normally, if remember, I think in between my session, I had said one thing that for younger generation, they are unable to leave all these things. It's next to impossible for them. For elder generations, they are facing a bit difficulty. The biggest example I can give you is, especially in this teaching field. I am in this teaching field. I am into the world of technology since long now. I mean, since many years, and I'm addicted to this kind of technologies, and I'm making my own presentations. I'm making my own videos. I have a personal YouTube channel. I'm doing all the various visual effects. Earlier used to use TikTok and all. Things are banned now. You're playing PUBG game. You cannot expect that thing from a elder person. But there are a lot of elder people who are actually in the universities. The universities are making rules. The things has to be done digitally because you cannot do it physically. To avoid that circumstances and to you need to go ahead with the time. Again, the same thing needs to be repeated, which is there is no other alternative nowadays. Either you stay or either you leave, because even if there is negative effect, that is, we know you are absolutely right. I'm 100% agreeing whatever you are thinking. But the thing is, the world is not going to stop with that. We are moving in. Suppose the biggest example I am asking you, Uber Eats, you have a visitor in your house tomorrow. Okay? Uber Eats app suddenly got crashed. You need to pay food. I mean, you need to supply food to your guest. What you are going to do? You are unable to get out of your house. It's raining tremendously. Will you tell the guest, I don't have any option, I'll not give you food? No chance. He will switch on to the next app. As simple as that. If you do not do, there are 10,000 people who are standing in the queue. They will do it on your behalf. So even if it is, we know that it's a little bit inequality, but the world is moving ahead. We cannot stop behind.
Yes, you're right. And then I think we have to move with the change.
Absolutely, sir.
And,
We need to move with the change.
and then when you move with the change, the automatically world adjusts accordingly.
Absolutely,
You know,
sir.
we
Absolutely.
adjust according now since 10 or 11 months. I think we are adjusting ourselves,
I
and
was going to say
nothing
that.
will stop. We might have been more productive, we might have been more accurate and systematic in our life, and that will be in the future. So let's take it as a challenge and adopt it.
Yes. My
So
mother.
good. Yeah, good. There is a question from Anurag. Anurag is asking, and this was again the same question. Lot of time when we try to help students for the internship and also try to connect with the corporates, and the corporates are superly techie background, like these all OTAs, okay? And
Correct.
OTAs are not really hiring tourism students even for an internship, because they see the students are not having a technical background, means they don't understand. They just have a basic understanding on maybe Word or Excel, PowerPoint. So what is there, as a non-technical students, should we have fear for such change in our industry, or we adopt? I should say, or you should have asked, or we adopt.
Next option. So of course, you need to adapt. We see there are a lot of things that we actually do not know. I'm not saying that I know everything. There are a lot of things I do not know. First time when I was asked to make some videos, I was thinking, how do I make all these videos? How do I sit down in front of a computer? How to make visual effects? How to do filtering on a picture of mine? I am very active person on social media. But things, when you were with that thing, see, have you ever thought that you will be able to post a picture? Have you ever earlier 10 years back, did any one of you thought that you will be able to meet via Zoom calling? Have you ever thought this concept that you will be getting a link and you will be switching on with one button of this, clicking this mouse, and you are in connection with maybe 100 200 participants virtually? We never thought. First day we started off, we launched this, and then we slowly understood the concept. So definitely the second option, you need to adapt with the changes. It's not that difficult. Do not worry. There is not, see, I believe that my mother is 60 years age now. Okay, my one of my grandparent is like 85 or 90, so she has installed Zoom and different kinds of things. She's talking to her relatives nowadays. So if a lady of 80 or 90 can do it, why can't we do it? We can easily do it. It's not about comparing with anyone. It's not about the IQ level for each and every person. I know it varies, but being a student, being a even I'm not a expert in digital marketing or maybe in the digital field. I am from a hotel management or hospitality industry background. Now I'm thinking of pursuing my PhD also. But absolutely, it's a different zone. I have prepared this entire PPT all by myself. I have included the GIF images to make the PPT presentation look very glossy. You see robots are jumping in, and you can see the lot of visual 3D effects. So I've never taken any course. It's all you do. You will do mistake once, twice, thrice. Fourth time, it will be 100% correct. Guarantee from my end. Just need to have that faith within you, nothing else.
Right, you're right, absolutely. And I think the competing, that someone is asking that do we lose a job because a lot of tech people are increasingly entering the tourism sector. So this is the tip of the tips, I should say, advice from all of us, whosoever
Yes.
is in the industry. Guys, you have to gear up and grab the place where the non-tourism industry people are grabbing, or hospitality, in the same sector, hospitality, tourism. So you need to think why IITs and IIMs are becoming more famous,
Famous.
launching their programs and the kind of initiatives for the businesses. Why not we? So this is the lot many time we had discussion like this in this during the summer when we had a think tank program. We were also initiating a lot of entrepreneurship options for you guys that you should grab. Doesn't mean that you are non-techie or techie. You can hire a techie people, hire IIT and get the things done, because you know the industry, you are from the industry. So that's what the answer for that question.
Correct,
What
sir,
type
correct.
of job opportunities in tourism industry by digital marketing? What type of job opportunity in tourism industry by digital marketing? Digital marketing job opportunity.
Digital marketing, you need to have that background, of course. Maybe a small course, or maybe a short course, a bit of little bit knowledge about the marketing background, maybe a bit of you are aware of the, it's basically all digital course, marketing course that you need to actually do. Because if you say in front of an interviewer that I've I'm very good with technologies, verbally it's not a proof. It's just a, maybe the other person is just satisfied. You need to have the proper documentation. You need to do a course. Unless you do a proper course, we cannot call them as a professional in this field. If you're going to tell them professional, you need to have a course. I think you're talking about this question.
Yes,
I
I
mean,
think it's more digital marketing, social media, which is now it's very handy for the students to handle Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, all this platform. And travel and hospitality and airline industry is big time on this because of social media or digital media. So that's a big segment is waiting for tourism and hospitality student to grab in.
absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
No other student can do better job and better justice to this
Correct,
work or
correct.
job then you guys can do it. So if you have a keen interest, grab, join these advertising firm, be an expert of those travel and hospitality clientele, because this advertisement or PR firm, what they do, they have the
Correct.
clientele. The one guy they assign for tourism and hospitality project. So work under them, in get the internship, start working, and then you are there. You might be an expert digital agency for travel industry. There is a no such agency who are expert into that running by tourism and hospitality student or ex-student. I can tell you, I can bet you, in India nobody is running. If somebody is running, the person either has a PR or a marketing background, but none of them has a tourism or hospitality background. So you have a very good chance. I would like to add one of the comment from Miss Asha Jacob. She's based in UAE and she's one of our speaker and she's joining today. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us today. One of the speaker in coming sessions. She's adding this on the labor intensive and technology question. She wants to add that she strongly believes that we cannot stop the rise of technology in any industry. Everywhere it's happening. What will
Absolutely
happen
correct.
though is new type of roles and job that will come up, and we have to be prepared for that and need to be able to rise the challenge and opportunity through upskilling, re-educating ourselves. So one more excellent example I'll give you. Every company, let's say example Thomas Cook India. Thomas Cook India is on an e-commerce mode now. They are selling through e-commerce. The first day the session, the gentleman from Thomas Cook was sharing that they have started e-shop or e-mall to, so that they can sell the travel packages from morning 9 o'clock till midnight 12 o'clock. So they have an e-shop. So what, who is there, who is heading that division is like a definitely 55 or 60 years old vice president of Thomas Cook. Do you think he has grew up with the technology? No. What did he do?
Absolutely.
He adopted it. He learned it through his colleagues and friends and the outside resources. And then he's actually heading the whole, running the business. So imagine, we have to adopt the roles and responsibility and skill set we have to learn. Rightly said, Asha ma'am. One
Absolutely.
one more question is the last question, I think. What course can student do to sustain themselves in through a field apart from digital marketing? Okay, so Barsana, Barsana, I think we have already discussed this, that courses you can always do, take the course from online or offline, digital marketing and social media courses. You can learn by themselves. In our organization, we are not an expert in digital marketing. Still, we are doing learning. We have interns, we have volunteers working, and they are learning and they are adopting this technology tools and promoting whatever we are doing for the students and academic industry or community. So this is what, any other question if you have, guys, you can ask. We still have like few minutes, and then we can wrap up the session. Or Rahul, if you want to
Another hint, I mean, another thing I can tell you, what I have recently done is, if you're aware of, there are a lot of university sites, they actually offer a lot of courses which are, it's not expensive neither, and you don't need to pay for it. So, but you need to keep an eye, that's why I'm saying you need to be active into this media things, social media things, you need to be active. Of course, you need to be active on the things which are actually productive in nature. There are a lot of apart from, somebody had asked the question that apart from digital marketing, what other course? There is one more, which is social media marketing. You can go ahead with that. Social media marketing is currently, it's very important nowadays. There are a lot of things that you must know about social media, how to, it's not only about Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just by creating a channel, it's not that you're going to flourish or you're going to surprise everyone. How you are going to increase your followers? People are earning money, people are becoming YouTubers every night. I believe it's one of the most difficult job nowadays. Working in an office from 9 to 5 is much more easier than to be an YouTuber. I'll tell you, because it's very difficult thing, because you need to have a proper content. Nobody is going to be your follower unless you have a proper content. I can make any kind of videos. I can make a video of playing a football. Okay, you need to have that connection with the people. You need to be very active in social media. You need to go ahead with time. You feel like, okay, I have made one video, 10 days I will wait. No, there is no chance. The day you are making video in the evening on midnight while sleeping also, you might be thinking what should be the content for my next video. This is how you need to grow if you actually want to achieve anything in your life. Try to understand one thing, especially after pandemic. We had a lot of students who are actually applying for different hotels for jobs, as well as we are talking to different hotels for their upcoming internship or industrial training. Hotels nowadays, they are looking for candidates or students or interns who are multi-skilled. It's not that you are only professional only in food and beverage. You have the knowledge for only wine. You don't know various mother sauce. You don't have idea about how to cut fruits, how to cut vegetable, how to cut potatoes. So you need to be multi-skilled. People will, the things, the world has come to a stage where you will be paid not for one particular task. We do a lot of activities. I am hired by my company as a lecturer, as a professor. But it's not that I'm just teaching the students. We are into marketing things. We are going to different places. We are into different sessions each and every single day. Okay, everything we are doing. So unless you are multi-skilled, there is no chance for you to grow. There is no further scope. You need to have something within, if you want to open your mouth in front of a public forum, you need to have something within you. If you do not have that particular knowledge, you cannot grow. 5-10 days maybe you can go ahead. After some day you will be laid back. As simple as that. Showing off will wait for a few days. It won't last long. but you need to get that proper knowledge. Try to get the knowledge from different sources. At least in your time, it is very easy. You have got that phone, you have a lot of options available. In our times, we never had these opportunities. I hope sir will also agree with this.
Yes, Rahul, I think it was a very good time for the current students who are trying to learn and
Absolutely, sir.
relearn and get exposure, connect with people. Even we were hardly knowing some people in the industry now. LinkedIn, through LinkedIn, you can always connect with lot many people and interact with them. So good. Yeah, this is what I think. I had no more question. I have one question which is more on a startup side. How can start a modern startup for tourism industry? I think Rahul also can put his remark on this. Rahul,
What is the question?
question is, how can start a modern startup for tourism industry? Modern startup, some techie startup, maybe something like this.
For a techie startup, I mean, it's a nice question, but one must think in advance that on which platform you are going to open that thing. There are a lot of sectors. Either you can be a online, maybe a travel agent. Maybe you are going to open a nice app. You are going to launch a business that people will come to you, and you will be streamlining different activities via internet. So there are a lot of options, but you need to be well equipped. There are a lot of people who have got brain and do not have that financial background. There is another category of people who has got money but did not had do not have that brain for which you need to develop in that particular field. So it must be, both the things needs to be amalgamated. It must be joined. It needs to be both needs to be jointly to I mean needs to be joined together. You need to have a person who is from a techie background. You need to have a person who is actually from a knowledge, must have that field knowledge. You can open a maybe a train, maybe a railway ticket booking app, but maybe you don't have any exposure related to this kind of industry. What you're going to do? So you need a person who is going to give you a backup. So you need a person who is strong in that particular sector, and you are strong maybe on the technological field. So both of you can do a nice startup. It's a good idea nowadays. It's a brilliant idea. You can start with the startup things. Startups are always welcome because the world has been digitalized. Every single day you will see people are opening new apps, people are opening virtual things. Even I had seen during the entire lockdown, 2 or 3 of my friends have started off with online food delivery apps, which is most common, I feel like, nowadays. Everybody is opening an online food delivery apps. They are preparing the food. You don't need a cloud kitchen. You don't need a special counter to prepare the food. It's just a home based work. But you are running under your brand name, under your company. You don't have to report anyone. There is no particular time that you need to be at the office. It's your time. You are the one who is actually the decision maker. But yes, you are the one who is deciding the entire thing. So you need to lead, you need to be active, you need to be interactive, you need to be, you need to know the digital marketing aspects. You need to know on which platform you are going to market your particular product. If you are successful in all these criteria, to fill up these criteria, it is easier for you to grow as an entrepreneur in this particular field, or maybe a start a business tomorrow you can open. So there are a lot of things you must keep in mind before you jump into this kind of activities.
Right. Thank you. And you need to be collaborative, because that's
Correct.
what one thing is, maybe it was missing from the Rahul. So
Correct, sir.
definitely, collaborative approach will lead you to a successful startup, and that's what
Yes.
we need. Now the world is more on a collaborative approach, not really on the competitiveness side.
Competitiveness.
Yes, good competitiveness is always there, but the success leads always with the help of collaboration. So that's a good, Rahul. Thank you very much for joining us today, and
Thank
it
you.
was a great learning for all of us. And you have really focused on lot of key issues or key sector of this whole chain of tourism, hospitality, and aviation. I should say all linked together, and you have focus everywhere. Although lot of more technology aspects can be added, like let's example, museum technologies are coming up very much strongly, as all the museums are getting modernized. Indian museums also are working very well to
Absolutely.
getting modernized. Tour guide apps are there. They are also some of the startup from tourism background people have started. So in India there are 2-3 apps now. Still lot to do. It's not that that 2 apps is still not on a good quality, I should say, when we look into as an industry professionals the quality of those. So there is lot many things to improve on those. Then VR virtual reality also is happening. So Google has, I'm sure everybody knows,
Correct.
the Google Art and Culture has started the VR platform or application, so you guys can download and look into the Taj Mahal before you entering the Taj Mahal. So things are happening. Long way to go. Lot of things can be done. One more Indian company has started the app similarly on VR model, that Adopt a Heritage. Everybody knows Adopt a Heritage program by Government of India. So they are actually creating a kind of application where all the heritage which is there in Adopt a Heritage, they are making the tour guide services for them through mobile phone. So those things
Absolutely.
are happening. Social platforms are very much increasing, as we already focused on maybe TripAdvisor. We discussed TripAdvisor is a big time, very
Big time.
biggest platform where you can customer satisfaction rating can be analyzed and marketed well. This products, whatever product you are trying to sell and start with. Couchsurfing is again one of the great community to promote tourism, hospitality, and travel buddy app. So those are there, which connect socially to all travelers, and informing those tips and guides to young travelers or traveler from all age. So this is what I would like to sum up with the session. Thank you, Rahul, once again. And
Thank you once again, sir.
yes, thank you, and hope to see you soon in our sessions.
Definitely, sir.
We have a next session which Abbas will be announcing. One more announcement I would like to give. It was for the before session. I missed it. The before session we had a session by Mr. Jeevan Lal Verma from Rose, and the session has been prepared by the volunteers. We had a volunteers from St. Claret College, Bangalore. They are studying BCom tourism program, and we have 10 volunteers working with us during the conclave. And Hamneet Mahajan, I would like to thank Hamneet here, who has done excellent job preparing the content for Mr. Jeevan Lal Verma's presentation. Hamneet, thank you very much. And the other volunteers also working a lot with background with this conclave, and we have started such a way that we would like to take the volunteers in our organization also to help and learn. So that's how the volunteering tourism as in concept we introduced. And second session, yes, it was a great having you, Rahul, and look forward to see you.
Thank you, sir.
future
Definitely.
sessions. Thank you. Thank
We'll
you very much.
be in
Thank you all.
touch. Yes, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Over to Abhas.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rahul Chaudhary, for this lovely insight on technology and tourism. I am sure some of us will take this form of tourism as one of their career choices. Also, we look forward to have your support to guide us for the better contribution in the tourism industry. Thanks, and hope to listen to you soon in near future.
Definitely. Thank you.
I would like to announce the upcoming session details,
Thank
that
you.
is Friday 5th February.